how do you think, Mylan, that AI is changing the nature of work and human contribution as we speak in 2025?
It's a great question. And in fact, if you think about this from different dimensions, let's just take productivity as one of them. If you think about, for example, a customer that we have in Thailand, Krungsri Bank in Thailand, they were able to get migration going from on-premises to the cloud 50% faster because they were building a generative AI infrastructure, an agentic infrastructure that helped move their data infrastructure, as an example, into the cloud. And once they're in the cloud, what they were able to do from there is create proactive fraud monitoring, for example. The Thai government had new regulations around mule accounts. And once this bank was able to go to the cloud, they were able to quickly develop a proactive detection of mule accounts to protect their customers. So you have your whole productivity use case. And it really is something that our customers are finding a lot of value from. But then if you go back to what you talked about, which is how is the workforce changing? It's changing really significantly in a couple of ways. I'll give you one example. Last week we announced the general availability of an AI-driven system that we call AWS Transform, which gives customers AI assistance to modernize VMware applications to native AWS, Windows applications into cross-platform Windows running on Linux, and then mainframes, the original monolith, and being able to move that to the cloud. And if you think about that AI assistance, you can take somebody who is maybe not an expert in VMware, not an expert in AWS systems, not an expert in Windows Framework to Windows.NET, .NET Core, or even mainframes, and that person who is a bit more of a generalist, with AI assistance, they can now do the type of modernization projects that previously would be out of their domain experience. So you have this whole transformation going where the generalist workforce is going to be able to do more and more because the domain expertise is now in the AI. So that is the second trend. But I have to tell you, one of the trends that I was reading about recently, I'm a bit worried about, which is a Harvard business study that showed that women in particular are slower to adopt AI. And they're slower to adopt AI because they want to develop the expertise themselves. And so if you have another digital divide between men and women and their AI adoption, I think one of the things that we could see is maybe the workforce changing in a way that we don't want. And so, one of the things that I would say is that all of us, including every woman out there, needs to become a super user of AI so you can get the benefits of that productivity and you can get the benefits of that transformative shift in the workforce with AI assistance.